Hello guys, Orvil Edward Walcott here. Welcome to the fourth video in my free video bootcamp. Now, today we're in for something really exciting because I'm going to share with you the power of social media and how important it is for your business. Now, normally when I speak at international events, I'm training people, I will charge quite a lot of money for this training, but you're going to get it for free because you've taken action and because I know you've watched videos 1, 2 and 3 and because you really appreciate this video training series and you're going to take action on it. So I'm going to give you one bonus. I'm going to first of all go through what social media is and the four best platforms to use. And then, and I wasn't originally going to do this, and normally I would charge a lot of money for this, I'm then going to give you 10 free tips and mindsets to approach when doing social media, which I see people violating these tips or these rules and they're failing day in, day out. So again, the whole purpose of this is to give you so much value and quality content. So first of all, well, what is social media? Well, I think almost very few people on the planet don't know what social media is. It's a means by which people can engage on a social basis with people rather than try and sell to them. And for your business, it's a crucial way that you can build relationships with a massive audience, not just those who know you, but also those people who don't know you yet, but you're going to start building links with them. And undoubtedly, the four best ones to use have to be Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus and Pinterest, without a shadow of a doubt. So Facebook comes first. Now, Facebook's figures, I think, are over 1.4 billion people. Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, has created a giant something which, you can't imagine life without Facebook. I mean, who isn't on Facebook? And it's an amazing way, when used correctly, and lots of people use it incorrectly. When used correctly, Facebook can be incredible when it comes to building a massive audience. Because the key thing is, people, and I keep saying this term, people have to get to know you, like you, and trust you. And there's a methodology which whatever social media platform you're using, if you go and understand this methodology, you are going to be successful. Twitter, again, most people know what Twitter is, a way that you can actually tweet, as the name suggests, by using 2 or 3 very short lines about anything which is of interest to you in order to get interaction from people. Google Plus, as you know, Google have now bought YouTube, so Google Plus is a really easy way of, similar to Facebook, but it's a means by which you can build a much bigger audience, but using a lot sort of faster time. But there's certain reasons why Google Plus might be a certain advantage to actually using rather than using Facebook, depending on the audience you're going for. And of course, Pinterest, this is much more of a visual or image sharing site. So you'll probably see lots of brands all over the world now who are using Pinterest, and they will say to us either on Pinterest or similar with Instagram, like us or share our image. But I don't want to focus too much on the ins and outs of how these different platforms work. I want to first of all start with the methodology, because when you understand the methodology, it doesn't matter what platform you're using, and of course, because of the nature of technology, there are going to be, by this time next year, the year after, undoubtedly new platforms. The methodology always remains the same because human nature fundamentally doesn't change, and biopsychology, which is based on human nature, when you understand that, you are always going to be successful. So I want to first of all take you through the psychology. So first of all, with social media, I want to share with you the psychology and why some people in reality get burnt and actually get things wrong. For example, they may get their Facebook account closed down because they violate this rule. Social media means just that. It's a platform of building relationships. You're not meant to be going out there and selling or spamming. I see lots of internet marketers going on social media, going on Facebook, going on Twitter, going on Google Plus, and just saying, buy my stuff. Here's my link, buy my stuff. If you do that with Facebook, you will get what's called a Facebook slap, and you will get your account shut down. If it happens 2 or 3 times, you'll simply have it shut down for good. So it's crucial you understand this. Like I said, I would normally charge a lot of money for this, but I promised you that I'll be giving you value in this video training series. Normally this is worth thousands, you're getting it free. social media, you've got to engage. You want to give people things that they can relate to, which solves their problems. And I'll talk more about this in the tips I'll be giving you later on in this video in a few minutes. So once you get social media, the objective is to get friends and followers. So let's take Facebook. When I post on Facebook, my objective is never, ever, ever to sell. It's for people to get to know more about me. So, like I said, tomorrow I'm going on holiday to Prague in the Czech Republic, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. So you better believe there's going to be photographs of me in Prague, at the airport, fun things I'm doing in Prague. Whenever I go on holiday to Italy, wherever I'm meeting family at a wedding, I'm doing something sporty, going to the theatre or opera, if I've done something fun or silly. I remember a few weeks ago I had a number of friends, about 18, 20 friends round, and I was cooking this sort of bolognese with minced meat, and I put mushrooms in there and so forth, and I hugely underestimated how much I should use. And one of my next door neighbours, a very good friend of mine, and I sort of got it, I think, enough for maybe like 13 or 14 people. I thought I'd cooked enough for 20, and I hadn't, and so I was putting out my hair, what hair I have. I was putting that out, and I thought, why not take a video or a photograph of that with me with the kitten towel over my shoulder, and a photograph of all the ingredients as well. Now, that has nothing to do with my business. That doesn't show me on stage speaking in front of thousands of people with my expensive suits on. That's just an ordinary guy in the kitchen cooking for friends, and then my friends and family, they liked it, but then giggling to seeing the sauce everywhere. Building business is my strong suit. Cooking and putting fancy ingredients is an area I need to develop. But the point is, by putting that story on Facebook, people saw it, they laughed, they thought, okay, I get to know Orvil. He's not always Mr. Perfect. Yes, he builds businesses. Yes, he makes a lot of money, but also he makes mistakes. He is human. He is human. I was playing basketball, and one game we'd won, another game I came second, and very, very badly. I'll leave it at that. But the point is, it gets people to know you. Now, imagine if on Facebook I just put, here's my business, buy my stuff, here's my link, click here. People would not click, and they'd probably put a complaint to Facebook and have my account shut down. And more importantly, I wouldn't get people to know, like, and trust me, which is the objective of social media. Be friendly, be engaging, but also, you want to then go on to here because of course there is a business element. We're not just talking about social media for the sake of being social. You want to angle it towards a way that you can actually know how to use these to generate leads and sales for your business. So you start off being social, but you've then got to be very smart in how you do this. Like I said, this is a proven system. Nothing I share with you, nothing is opinion. All of it is proven fact. Once you go from having friends and followers, you then want to make sure that you're getting people to know, like, and trust you, because people are more likely to buy from you if it's been referred. Referral marketing is very, very powerful. So when using social media for that, people then begin to interact with you, and once they begin to interact with you, as it shows there, they can then start getting conversations. So for example, with Facebook or with LinkedIn or Google+, the key thing is number one, giving people material that can help them find out where they're struggling the most, and then you want to get an interaction. So if it's Facebook, get people to like it and share it. If it's YouTube, getting people to comment on it. And once you get that, you then want to do a number of things. For example, before you give away things like ebooks or free video series like this, which is a great value, you then maybe want to have competitions going, things that get interaction. A thing I do is I get people to fill out a survey about what they're struggling in. I offer free mentoring training for the first 5 people on the first working day of each month who join my business. I waive my $500 to $1,000 fee. I waive that for the first 5 people. Therefore, I'm giving value, free value, just like I'm giving this free video series, although this same material, when I'm on stage, I'm charging far, far more money for my time. So you're getting interaction, and that's important because people need to know that you are speaking to them, their goals, their needs, things they're struggling with. When it comes to making money online, the biggest things people struggle with are, number one, getting leads or getting traffic. That's the biggest thing. Number two, once they get leads and traffic, how do I convert those things into buyers? And social media, this may sound strange. I would much rather have initially 1,000 people following me, even if I made no money. Now, I'm very much into business. That's what I'm here for. But the point is, when you've got 1,000 people following you who trust you, who follow your tweets, your things on Facebook consistently, you've then got an audience, and once you build that know, like, and trust factor, they'll then buy whatever you say because you built that, and this is the key thing, because you built that credibility. Credibility in our world is very important. People can be very, very cynical. The biggest currency, I would say, is trust. You can't put a price tag on that. So it takes time to build that, but please, whether you're using Facebook or Twitter or Google Plus, or Pinterest, do not spam. Most marketers do that, and that's one of the reasons, not the only reason, but one of the reasons most people fail, because they're just spamming. They're putting their links in saying, buy me. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, that's not what they're designed for. And if you do that, you absolutely, number one, will make no money. Number two is the biggest turnoff, and you'll get your account shut down. I use this term when I was speaking recently on stage, and that is, I call it the marry me now situation. Now, for those of you who are married, would you ever walk up to your partner, someone you don't know from Adam or Eve, and say to them, marry me now, marry me now? Well, of course not. They don't know you. People have to get to know you, build, a relationship with you. Video is a very, very powerful way to do that. Would you believe, I used to be terrified about doing video. My face, I would start sweating, I would start stuttering. If I stuttered, I would redo my videos over 15 times if I stuttered. I thought every single word had to be right. And then I realised, whilst I did invest in training, just thought, Orvil, just do it. People either like you or they don't. And when you have that mindset that, I'm really here to serve, when I'm putting my tweets out on Facebook, if it's videos, if it's about me, if it's a mixture of social, fun, stuff, but also within that, you're answering their need to their business as they get to know you, then people naturally will want to buy into you. And once you've got the interaction and you then begin to answer their problems, then people begin to know, like, and trust you, then they begin to buy from you. Now, in terms of taking action, I mentioned before that there's a program which I love to I'm involved with, and all the people you've heard of, people like Nick and Claire and Mark Wilters, who are now making $8,000 from only one or two sales. You can get access to that program for just $49. Because the point is, knowledge means nothing unless you're going to take action on it. Now, the reason why I say that is because part of that series gives you access to the very best coaches in each of these areas. For example, within the Facebook area, within my business team, I have established 6- and 7-figure income earners whose expertise is exactly and only in Facebook. And they make 6 to now approaching 7 figures just using Facebook. And they give you information and step-by-step training you will not get anywhere else. Guys, I can tell you this right now that there's lots of stuff out there online about how to use Facebook or use Twitter or Google, to make money. But the people who are telling you that are not experts. We have, in this 21-step series, when you click the link below for just $49, which is refundable, not only will you get your own coach, but you're going to get state-of-the-art, up-to-the-minute programs of how to make money starting today, really quickly, using either Facebook or Twitter or Google+. And the people delivering those, like myself, they're not people who are giving you theory. They're not someone who went to, and I'm very much believe in education. I've got several university degrees myself, but these aren't people who just went to somewhere like Harvard Business School or a top university, top business school. They're people who right here, right now, are making 6- and 7-figure incomes using Facebook and Twitter. Also as well, what's important, when you click the link below for just $49 to gain access to that, what they'll do as well, they're going to give you week programs which aren't just static. And by that I mean, it's not just, a video series and webinars, which used to work a year ago, 6 months ago, but As things begin to develop and there's faster ways and easier ways of using social media to get people to know, like, and trust you, you'll be updated straight away. So you'll always be ahead of the curve because things move so quickly. Not massively, but if there's something which came out, say, tomorrow, which showed you how you could use this trick on Facebook or Google Plus or Twitter or Pinterest to make upwards of $3 or $4 or $8,000, wouldn't you want to know that? You can get access to that by just clicking the link below and just getting started for $49. So I hope this was really, really useful. Now, what I want to do, guys, is I made a list here on my phone, so just bear with me here. And I promised you 10 fantastic tips that are really going to be useful. So bear with me. So these are, if you've got a pen and paper, some 10 tips. I made a note here. I've got my, this is my new toy, my Samsung Galaxy. I say my tablet. So I'm going to refer to 10 tips for social media that's going to help you. I made a list of these from an early seminar which I gave, so let me just read through them, and please do take notes. Like I said, I say tips, but they're not really tips. These are things which, if you use them, you're going to make a lot of money using social media. So the first tip is this: mobile. You want to make sure that whatever tips you're using, whatever social media, it's mobile friendly, because more and more people now, when they go to work, are using their mobile. Therefore, that's very important. Secondly is people want consistently. If you're using Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, Pinterest, you need to post daily. You see, once you get an audience, you've now got to keep that audience. People hate inconsistency. If you post once or twice a week, not enough. People will stop following you and start following someone else. Think about it, guys. It's more than worth it. Keep it light, keep it fun. My next tip, number 3, is, like I said, keep it light, keep it fun. Do not spam. Do not keep saying, buy my stuff. That's not interesting and people will disengage. The next thing is, go back, make sure I get this right. Tip number 5 is you need to build a community. This is very important. So remember, you want to make sure that you engage with people, build a community, build a tribe, a following, have contests, give out free ebooks, free content. That's actually tip number 6. Free ebooks, free video series like this, content that really engages people. So create contests as well. And this comes down to building a community and speak to them individually. People, human nature, from be it the days of the cavemen, be it through evolution, we love living in communities. One of the worst things people today suffer from is loneliness. Don't deceive the business. See it like you said, that your business isn't making money. Your business is forming relationships, people's goals, their needs, their dreams. Next is solve problems. Once you get to the latter stages of your social media and people start telling you, this is where I'm struggling with my finances, or it could be weight loss, then begin to answer their issues and solve their problems. Be someone who's a solution provider, a relatable person who actually can provide solutions. Next is tell stories. This is powerful. We are wired to enjoy stories from when we're children. If you try and argue with someone, you're accessing one part of the brain. If you tell them a story, testimonials, you're relating to another side of the brain. Find examples of people who've had results with your product or service and share it with people. It's so powerful. Guys, let me be blunt. No one cares about the history of your company. I cringe and giggle when I go online and I see people talking about the history of their company. Our company was founded in so-and-so and our turnover is XYZ. No one cares. They really don't. What people want to know is that, through stories, it lets people know that your products are real and that they're being used by real people. It makes you relatable. The next, I think we're on, 9 now, maybe from 10. I'm actually going to give you a bit more than 10. I like to give you some extra. Next is you want to tie in with major news articles. So, for example, when it comes to the area that I'm in, making money online, unfortunately in England, we had Tata Steel, a massive steel company, just due to the global financial situation, that closed down. So you had lots of people who worked in the steel industry who, the government reckons someone might buy them, but in all actuality, it may not happen. So if there are major things in the news, fun things, social things, Manchester United have just got Jose Mourinho, their new manager, and Jose Mourinho is very, very famous. So I've just done a Facebook post on him, talking about how Jose Mourinho is. I did it as a motivational post in terms of Mourinho was someone who was, at Barcelona, he was laughed at because he's seen as a translator. He never got the head job, someone else did, but then he went on to be so successful. So I spun that article about Jose Mourinho, which most people know about, in a very, very positive light in terms of how you too can actually overcome obstacles in your life. And then finally, I would say that, your videos, and this is, I giggle saying this, your videos, whenever you're putting videos, if you're uploading videos to Facebook or on Google+, they don't need to be perfect. People want so that you're relatable. You don't need to be ideal and perfect, so long as it gives people value. So again, guys, with social media, whatever it is you're doing, remember the objective is don't go in there looking to make money straight away, but go in there looking to build relationships, answer people's questions, give fun, entertaining, engaging material, do it consistently, and I promise you 10 tips. I've actually given you a little bit more than 10 tips, and hopefully that's going to really, really help you. And like I said, guys, when you click the link below, for just $49, and that $49 is refundable, you'll get your own coach, but also access to the world's best trainers, 6- and 7-figure income business partners of mine who are making 6- and 7-figure incomes using either Facebook or Google Plus or LinkedIn or Twitter. And the key thing is you need that training, because if you try and do it on your own, I guarantee you're going to fail. Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, they're getting more clued up, and if things come across as spammy, they are being even more merciless. They will close you down in an instant and literally not allow you to open up an account again. Now, you can either go down that route or the other route, which is having experts guide you and show you how fun and easy it can be. I think of Mark, I think of Victoria, I think of Louise, who are now making $5,000 to $8,000 per month using this, and they're newbies. That's because they follow this step-by-step system. Like I said, nothing what I say is theory, it's all factual. So it's your success, and by all means, go ahead and click the link to get started. I hope this was of value to you. Bye-bye.